Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle. So today, this is actually breaking news for you guys. So basically, Iran launched more than 300 drones and missiles at Israel because of a retaliation for what Israel did. And Israel didn't really do anything that bad. Now, 99% of which were intercepted, luckily. Luckily, they were all intercepted because of the U.S., Britain, and also Israel because of their defense. And basically, Biden basically did nothing in a sense. He intercepted the missiles, obviously, but he didn't do anything to Iran. He didn't even at least do what Trump did and send a missile and show them that these are our allies. You need to condemn them in the worst possible way imaginable. Send missiles at Iran. Show them what you do to our allies. You should not be shooting missiles at United States allies. It doesn't matter. Israel is a massive ally of ours. Now, I wouldn't say the biggest ally, but it is literally one of the most massive allies that we have. And I think Biden should have done something way different than what he did. Now, what did he do? Well, he waited. He didn't even say, here. First off, so he didn't talk to the American people. He did not talk on TV with the American people at all. He was scheduled to talk to the American people. Then he decided not to. And first of all, that's probably the dumbest thing you can do imaginable. Why would you do that at all? The first thing you should be doing is talking to the American people. And secondly, he didn't retaliate in any possible sense whatsoever. All he did, this is literally all he did. He basically waited till 11:15, and this was way after the attacks. And he posted this. He literally just said, I condemn Iran's attacks in the strongest possible terms and reaffirm Americans' commitment to Israel. And the only other thing in this statement he said basically was, tomorrow I will convey with fellow G7 leaders to coordinate a united diplomatic response to Iran's attack. That is all he's doing. He's not going to send a missile at Iran. He's not going to at least protect Israel in some way. He's not even calling Congress to basically give Israel a bunch of funding because of this, and because Israel most likely is going to be fighting back at what just happened. And instead of Biden saying he's going to do that and condemning them in the best possible way imaginable, showing that the U.S. will retaliate in the worst possible way if you mess with our allies, instead he just acts like an idiot and decides, oh, let's post a stupid statement that doesn't even. I guarantee you it doesn't make Iran scared whatsoever. Especially just conveying with G7 leaders. Are you serious? That is not how we handle business in America. That is not something Trump would do. If this happened with Trump in the presidency, we would be sending missiles at Iran, showing them you do not mess with our allies or the United States in general. That's how we should have been doing it. And basically, here's what Biden had to actually say about Iran yesterday. Here's what he said, I believe, to Iran, possibly sending missiles to Israel. This is basically what he said. And hopefully it doesn't pick up on my mic. I don't think it will, but if it does, I'm sorry. It shouldn't, but I'm going to play the video right now for you guys.
What is your message to Iran in this moment?
Don't.
Are American personnel and assets at risk, Mr. President? Mr. President, are American troops at risk as well?
We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed. Thank you very much.
What would trigger a direct U.S. response, sir?
So that is basically all Biden said. He literally said, don't, and then he condemns it. That's literally all he said, period. He didn't say he was going to retaliate. He didn't say if Iran does this, the United States will show a vengeance no matter how imaginable. He didn't even say that we will literally bomb the hell out of Iran. Something that Trump would immediately say, and it would spark the Iran government would be terrified if they shot something like this when Trump was president. With Biden, you get nothing, literally zero, anything. This is the most pathetic president I have ever seen. Seeing a president act like this is just the most humiliating thing. And honestly, I just hate that for us. And also, so Here's this right here. It says CNN reports that President Biden told Netanyahu that he should consider tonight a win due to Iran's attacking being largely unsuccessful. So basically, Biden is saying, "Oh, he basically told Israel, oh, just don't send, just call this a win. You defended, nothing bad's gonna happen. It's over." No, that literally does not matter. Look what they did. You should be sending them at the very least, you should be making a bill right now saying, oh, let's send a bunch of money to you guys because you need, or at least send a bunch of military equipment. Because at this point, Israel should be defending themselves and we're an ally. We should be sending them, at the very least, sending them a bunch of equipment to defeat Iran. Or retaliate to Iran, because they shouldn't be doing this to our allies. Even though if we don't want to intervene and we don't want to like shoot missiles or anything at Iran, then I'm totally fine with that. At least if we provide them assistance in some aspect, that is the best decision. Now, obviously, our House of Representatives is obviously going to probably make a bill, but I guarantee you, because Biden didn't like excessively say it, it just makes it stupid. Like, it just shows that President Biden really just doesn't care about our allies whatsoever. And this isn't even against the Palestine conflict. This is literally against Israel and Iran, period. And we should be helping our allies, period. And also, there's another thing I wanted to show. So Biden told Netanyahu the U.S. will not participate in offensive operations against Iran. Now, me personally, I think we should either be helping them offensively, or we should at least be providing a bunch of equipment or money for them to put in their defense. Because either way, if I was Israel, I would say we should retaliate. That's what I would say. We should retaliate the best of the ability and just decimate Iran. For the U.S., I would say either help them out offensively by basically retaliating against Iran and helping them side by side, or just send them all the equipment they need, so you help them fight the war in a way that doesn't have to involve the U.S. completely. Just do one of those two things. And Biden saying this just really shows that he just really doesn't care, and it's very annoying. And also right here, Iran's UN mission says military action concluded. So basically, Iran is saying they're not going to be shooting any more missiles because they know they're screwed. After how many missiles they shot, and it did not a single one probably hit. It just shows that basically Iran just knows they're cooked. It just shows that Iran knows they're just screwed. So basically, if Israel retaliates, or if the U.S. wanted to intervene, Iran would be completely decimated at that point. Iran knows they're screwed, but they don't want to say they're screwed. It just shows. And even people down here, like, Iran really showed them. Yeah, they did. They didn't do anything because they're shit. And sorry, YouTube, I really don't want to cuss too much on here, because, I mean, I know that you're not really allowed to do that too much on YouTube, so I'm not going to go too far with that. But here's also something else. So Israel officials have vowed an unprecedented response to Iran's attack, and has urged Israelis not to go to bed tonight due to what is coming. So Israel possibly tonight could be like sending a bunch of missiles and everything at Iran, and Iran is going to feel really bad for what they did, because not a single one hit Israel, and now Israel is going to completely retaliate and probably decimate Iran in certain circumstances. Now, I don't think they'll completely do it, because I believe there's a bunch of mountains in Iran or something of the sort, so I think they won't really destroy them too much, but I think they would really show Iran just to never mess with Israel again. But as an ally, we should be helping them even further. That's what I think. And here's also this. This was a kind of like a cool meme. Like the Middle East in 2020. So Trump and I believe I think that's Iran's flag. I don't want to really make sure. Well, I can't remember exactly, but either way, Middle East. I know that's Israel for sure. And basically, Trump, always peace, no matter what. And then now, I don't want to show a video of this purposely, but basically, the Middle East in 2024, Biden is literally letting this happen to Israel, basically shooting missiles at their own place. It's just awful. And then also this, I just want to show this just to reaffirm what I said earlier. So, Trump posted this on his Truth Social. So he said, and I believe he posted this on Twitter back then when I can't remember the exact thing that happened. I believe some U.S. Soldiers died because of Iran, so we retaliated. So here's what Donald Trump kind of said. He said to the Iranian president, Rahu Rini, never ever threaten the United States ever again, or you will suffer consequences the likes of which few throughout history have ever suffered before. We are no longer a country that will stand for your demented words or of violence, death. Be cautious. Rex Scott said this is the strength we need back in the White House. Basically, this is exactly how Biden should be reacting. That's literally exactly how Biden should be reacting. That's how any president of ours should be reacting. It just shows that you care about this nation. You care about our allies. Our allies are the biggest thing we need to care about no matter what. Even if it means, I wouldn't say getting into war, but I would say at least like aerial decimation in a way to other to other like ones that hurt our allies. So like that's how I think we should be to our allies. Now Ukraine isn't an ally. That's different. A lot of people say Ukraine, but remember, Ukraine is not an ally of ours. Sure, we can make them an ally, but at this point, I honestly think they just want our money. Israel, we've been an ally for many, 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 many years. So I think Israel is a top priority, in my opinion, to help out in a lot of ways. Here's this as well. So I just want to show President Biden's job approval ratings. His ratings upon a lot of stuff just to show how bad he's been doing. So in job approval, he literally had a -14 job approval, which is awful. He's been doing a horrible job. He's literally hasn't really gone up that much at all. Honestly, he's gotten worse and worse and worse. If he even has gotten better, it's like barely. But it looks, this is the highest point. I believe like 19 or 20. He has 14 now, but still, that is awful for Biden. It just shows how no one really wants him in office, obviously. So it just shows literally no one wants him, and it even matches up to it. Honestly, it's even worse than Trump's approval rating, which is even crazier. Because a lot of people say they didn't like Trump and all that stuff, but Trump even had a better approval rating at this time than Biden. Then his on the economy, -18. That is just completely awful. And I don't think there's a graph, so let me just say like that's just pretty bad. And honestly, it just shows how bad Biden has been doing at his approval ratings. He just has been an awful president. He has not been helping whatsoever, and he's even being worse with this conflict that just happened. And then the direction of the country, how is the direction of the country going right now? -38. That is literally awful right now. And a lot of people in 2021 thought it was almost in the right direction. A lot of people thought it was going to be turning in the right direction. Nope, it is completely awful. Even during the Trump administration, it was kind of like that, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. Like even during the Trump administration, at his best point, 12. At Biden's best point, around like 7, 6. But Trump didn't average as much as Biden did with -38. Like that's completely awful. That is just so bad for Biden. It just shows that literally no one thinks this country is going to get better with Biden under the wing. And then the last one I wanted to show. So President Biden, his foreign policy rating, which is definitely relevant to what we're talking about right now, it is -22. And there is no graph, so I can't really show a graph. But that is just honestly awful. Almost every single part of his approval rating is literally in the gutter. It's just complete crap. Immigration is bad. Foreign policy is bad. Economy is bad. Inflation's bad. Everything that Biden has done in office is literally completely awful. So -22 is just awful for Biden. It just shows he's been an awful president. And I mean, just not even helping your allies is just the dumbest thing you can do. I mean, he's probably going to help in some aspect. He's probably going to, like, he isn't going to tell Congress, but I guarantee you Congress is going to come up with a bill. He'll sign it, but he's not going to talk about it because he believes that it's going to benefit the Palestine conflict and all that kind of stuff. At this point, if you're president, it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. If you're doing this for political gain, that's just pathetic. And honestly, for this, I think this is going to hurt Joe Biden even worse in the polling. Even though Biden is I don't know if I can find it right now. Yes, I can. Joe Biden isn't leading in the average, but it is closer than usual. But because of what just happened, I think Biden is going to dip big time no matter what, because it just shows that no one wants him. He is doing worse and worse and worse. He's just doing this trying to save his job. And honestly, in my opinion, it's just not going to work out for him. It's not going to work out at all. I just don't see a reason that it could work out for this. Like, in my opinion, it's just a bad thing to do. You should be respecting your allies. You should be helping your allies in any way, shape, or form. If Israel wants you to get in some type of war, I wouldn't say boots on the ground. I don't want boots on the ground anywhere. Boots on the ground is the worst case scenario for anything. I would say if it's boots on the ground, it has to be like a world war. But for this sake, I guess I could say, I would say we should be helping Israel in a bombing situation, showing Iran that you just don't mess with Israel's allies. That's how I would see it. And even Trump honestly would probably do the same, which is an awesome thing to say. But for Biden, he wants to do the exact opposite. He doesn't want to respect our allies, but he says he condemns it. He's going to go to the G7 and condemn Iran in the most mediocre way. That's not going to even scare Iran. No wonder Trump, basically, when he was in office, even though people acted like they didn't fear him, he got everything done. I believe the fear in everyone basically got peace deals away. He even, for example, he even got North Korea to the table to basically talk with a peace talk with South Korea. Now, obviously, it fell through after a while, but remember, he at least got him to the table. Not a single other president have even tried or was too scared to do so. For example, Biden, Obama were too scared to even try to get talks with Kim Jong-un. So I just think that we just need Trump back in the office. He's the greatest president we can have in foreign policy in a lot of ways. He helps us with our allies. He helps get peace deals between enemies. And he also even attacks people that try to attack the U.S. It's just the best thing you can get in a president. And also, he even helps with our trade deals and stuff like that with people that don't want to help right now. Like it's just the best case scenario. Everyone says, oh, he likes Putin too much and all that kind of stuff. But you got to see it this way. You got to like your enemy in some way to get them in a peace deal. It doesn't matter if you hate their guts completely, no matter what, as long as they're not attacking American soil or attacking American civilians or soldiers. You gotta at least be nice to them in some sort to get a peace deal. No wonder Trump's a businessman, because it's obvious that's how you gotta act, even if they're your enemies. That's why you got to treat enemies like your friends in some sort of ways. But if an enemy obviously ends up bombing an ally or you shouldn't be being friends with them whatsoever. At that point, you should be retaliating in the biggest form possible that they've never seen in their life. That's how I see it. Now, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm almost at the 20-minute mark. I just really wanted to talk about this topic because Biden has been an idiot on this issue, because even with responding to them before the attack, he just said, oh, just don't do it. That's like the dumbest thing you can say. You got to retaliate with the best case scenario and basically say, oh, if you do this, you're getting something exactly back. Like that's what you should be doing, because no matter what, they're not going to do anything. And if they do, they're going to get the worst thing to ever happen to them. That's just how I think it's going to happen. But anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, like I just said. But yeah, I'll actually have a video tomorrow. I'll have 2 to 3 videos the next 3 days, because I will be having my prediction videos. I might do a governor prediction. I was thinking about doing that on the 3rd day, but we'll see if there's anything else that comes up. Anything in particular? Maybe this. Honestly, I don't know, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know in the comments, how do you feel about how President Biden handled this situation? Do you think Trump would have handled it better? Do you think Biden is handling it better? Just let me know in the comments. I'm honestly curious. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.